In this week's Bleach, another Espada returns?
This is Mr. Bullshit and Doctor I'm full of shit.
In what way are we full of shit? Which one of us has the PhD?
Bleach, chapter 643, Baby Hold Your Hand 6, picks up with the result of Nemu's attack on Lefty.
That was trippy as hell. Do I still have my brain intact after that?
Nemu seems out of power as she and Mayuri watch Lefty disintegrate.
Did you win?
She begins to fall to the ground with Lefty splitting apart, and she takes one last look at Mayuri.
I'm doing this for you, Pa!
The broken parts of Lefty fall with her, but then the worst happens.
As you can see, I've returned.
Lefty hits her with a barrage of nerves to the shock of her and Mayuri.
This is what bleeding to death is? Oh,
Nemu explodes after contact and blood rains down on Mayuri.
And I will bathe the stowaways in your blood.
Lefty's clones begin to advance as Mayuri can't believe what's happened to Nemu. While he calls her name, he gets a visit from an old enemy.
Oh, sorry, did you think I was dead?
Szayel taunts Mayuri for a bit and reminds him of his speech about perfection. Her death means she was imperfect, so now he can create something better, right?
I don't know what it is you do, but you seem important enough to get that done.
But he guesses that Mayuri fooled himself into believing Nemu was perfect.
You are an old man and a fool!
He continues to say that Mayuri should be grateful to this arm. It's removed the hubris air around him, and now he stands alone with perfection gone. Jeez, leave the man alone. He just lost his greatest achievement.
I'm sarcastic. I have a dry wit. That's my thing.
But Mayuri's had enough of Szayel and crushes him out of his mind.
Shut the fuck up!
Lefty smashes into the building, and now his eye is a mouth so he can eat Nemu. Mayuri doesn't seem to care, so he tells him to eat up.
Don't mind if I do!
However, he takes her brain for himself. Lefty goes after him, but a barrier keeps him out of reach.
Can't touch me!
Mayuri explains that an accelerated cellular breakdown organ was embedded in Nemu's pituitary gland to exceed the lifespan of her regenerative cells. This spells bad news for Lefty.
I'm freaking out, man.
Simply put, without her brain, Lefty will regenerate to the point of self-destruction.
Well, my work is done here.
So a decent chapter that has more than likely finally brought an end to this fight. Ultimately, Mayuri's genius and Nemu's power is what brought Lefty down, which is a nice finish. If it weren't for Nemu jumping in, her ability wouldn't have overwhelmed Lefty. But Mayuri's quick thinking of saving the brain and remembering the regenerating ability he implanted in her was smart. I did think it was weird that Lefty wanted to eat Nemu immediately after she exploded, but I guess that's just something he picked up from Mayuri's Bankai, to eat his enemy.
That is sick.
I felt the whole thing with Szayel was very odd. It came completely out of nowhere for me. I know it was for the purpose of bringing back his perfection being bad speech since he saw Nemu as his perfect masterpiece, but I think this time could have been better spent with Mayuri reflecting and realizing how much he cared for Nemu despite her being his experiment. Seems like Kubo just kinda shoehorned in another Espada to excite fans. Don't get me wrong, his appearance didn't make me mad. It definitely worked with the situation, but it was a surprise that didn't make me feel overly excited.
Fuck me, pal. Fuck you. No. Fuck me.
So I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10. Nemu's attack didn't end Lefty, however, he could be dead after regenerating too much, but we got a weird cameo from Szayel in Mayuri's head. For my question of the week, can Nemu be brought back with just her brain? Or does Mayuri have other plans for that? Favorite comments always featured in the next review. Here are last week's winners. That does it for me. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter. I'll be back next week with the aftermath of Lefty's defeat. Peace!